Hey you guys, as promised, I'm coming to share with you how I put on my press-on nails. I have already picked out my nails and measured them to make sure that they do fit. And so let's get right into it. So this is the cuticle tool you'll need. It's a cuticle pusher. So you use one end to push back the cuticle area. I'm trying to make sure I'm in frame so you guys can see. But yeah, you just gently push back. And you want to get all that pushed back nice. Don't hurt yourself though. And then you take the other end to scrape. And I use this to kind of scrape up the cuticle. As you can see there, boom. There's a little piece there we need to clip off. So this is the very first thing I do. And I do this to each and every nail. And this is the clippers, cuticle clippers, I'm going to call them. I don't know the names of everything, but that's what I'm going to call it. And these are like little nippers. Now you want to be careful when you're doing this part. You don't want to cut too low because that's what's going to cause, the skin to pull. And not pull, but the skin to peel and all of that. You just want to go in there nice and gently and press and cut the cuticles off, or the cuticle area that's extra. And you'll be able to tell, you'll see the skin lifting up and you'll know, okay, that's the part I need to cut. And so as you can see, I'm just gently going through, taking my time and clipping it off. I've cut too low before, and trust me, you'll know because it'll hurt. And once I've done that, I do like to go back in with that cuticle pusher just to make sure that I've gotten it nice and pushed down. Now the cuticles, you may not need to clip them every single time depending on how frequent you put your press-ons. But I do mine about every 2 to 3 weeks, usually every 3 weeks. And sometimes they need it and sometimes they don't. Now here's the file. This is what you want. I don't use the file that comes with the press-ons. That one's not tough enough for me. The grit isn't enough for me. So I use this file. I've had this for a while. It came from Tammy Taylor products that I had purchased many years ago. But as you can see, like all those years ago, this file still gets the job done. I believe it's 100 grit or something. I don't know. But the coarseness of it is very rough. And that's what you want. Now you don't want to go overboard here, but you do want to buff that nail down. You want to get that shine off. And I do like to start in that cuticle area with buffing and filing it down. Some people use a drill. I've never been one to really use a drill. I don't think it's always necessary, especially on the natural nails. So that's what I like to do. Here I'm just showing you guys. You can see how that one's nice and filed and the other one is not. So you can see the shine and the dull. Now the next step here, I'm going to be using alcohol wipes, but you can of course buy like a primer and you can use that as well. But alcohol wipes do just fine for me, and I can buy them in bulk and it not break the bank. And so I just take that and I wipe my nail down. This is our way of kind of cleaning off that dust from the nail. And I like to go along the cuticle, make sure that, because I like the cuticle, okay, because that is where it tends to lift. And so after you do that, you can, if you want, you can use, the file to shape your nails. Mine usually fit really good, so I don't have to do that. If I decide to shape anything, it's going to be after I apply the nail, which I'll show later on. So for the glue, I'm showing you guys here, when you glue the nail, and I do use the glue that comes in the kit. It's the pink gel glue. think it's let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna show it to you guys. So yeah, it's the Kiss Pink Gel Glue, and this works just fine for me. I know there are some other glues out there that are really strong hold. Actually, you know, some people who said they couldn't get it off, but I don't need it to hold it that tight. So I use this glue, and you want to put a dot inside the nail on the back end. You don't want to go all the way at the bottom, but you do want to put the glue in there and on your natural nail. Now pay attention to how I'm holding it at the tip and I'm doing that quick flip. This is how you put the nail on. You start at the base of your cuticle and you press it down going forward. That is the tip. It's going to create less air bubbles, hopefully none at all, and it's going to flow that gel glue up the nail instead of behind the nail. I'm going to show you guys here. Again, you don't want to put the glue at the bottom of the nail. You want to start kind of midways. And then you want to also put a dot on your natural nail. Now, I like to drop a dot and then spread it out. So you'll see me kind of moving the around like that. Yeah, moving the glue around. I'm not adding it all over. I'm just doing a drop and spreading it out across my nail. And here you're going to, again, hold it at the tip with your two fingers, and you're going to do a quick flip and a press. Because when you flip it and you do like that, that gel glue is going to flow down, and when you press it, it's going to flow up. Now you will have a little bit of overflow right here, as you can see around the cuticle area. That is perfectly fine. The goal here is to have that glue spread all over your nail and not leave any air bubbles. If you see air bubbles, that means you're going to have premature lifting. And so you just want to press this for, 5 to 10 seconds, however long you think it's going to take. Now, it did go on a little bit crooked, y'all, because I had the camera in front of me, but I just wanted to show you guys how I do it. This works for me. My nails last at least 3 weeks. Sometimes I may take them off earlier, and that's personal preference due to maybe missing two that pop off, or if I start to see lifting, which means that water can get up under there and cause fungus or something to start growing, then I just go ahead and take them off. This works for me. They last a really long time. It's inexpensive, and I've been rocking these for the last, I'm gonna say 7+ years at this point, and it's just a time saver, and I love it. Hope it helps.